it out that warm. I thought I'd tell you the funny story about when I went to Tunbridge Wells today with my phone. Anyway, the young kid's there, and I'm there giving him a royal bollocking, and we worked out that I'd been putting my SIM card in the wrong slot, well, in the right slot, but in the memory slot. So now my phone's all good and working. Alright. Yeah, quite amusing. I was having a right go at the kid. Apparently I was putting the my memory card tray has obviously got room for a SD card of some description. Well, bad enough, I think. Let me boost. Back to the painting, I think. I have to get out of these smart clothes though. Otherwise, I'll just be all smothered in paint. Yeah, all the way to Tunbridge Wells then for nothing. He was just about to send it away, and I was fucking giving him a right bad telling off, man, saying, "Oh," he said, "Oh, we'll give you some extra bits and bobs," and then he said, "You know what you've done, didn't you?" I said, "No." He said, "You put your SIM card in the memory thing." Well, that's been a long time since I've had this phone. Then again, it took him a while to work it out as well. Tell you what, I'm completely done. I was on like the 9 o'clock bus. Crazy. I've got to move that white paint, man. I'm going to tread straight in there. Oh, it's all over that puffer jacket, that white one. I started the ceiling. Oh no, I've got paint everywhere. I started the ceiling, which, oh mate, everywhere I'm going, I'm just fucking, landing in paint. I need fucking Del Boy and Rodney, I think, to come and give me a hand. Probably fitting quite well with him. Saying that, it's just started the ceiling. Yeah, all the way to Tunbridge Wells, better than nothing. I've got to move this thing of paint now, otherwise I'm going to fall in that later. We're going to be swimming in paint. Come on, you bastard. Oh, excuse the language. And to be honest, it's pretty good paint. Pretty expensive paint. I think with one coat, it'll cover the ceiling. Whereas normally I have to give it 2 or 3. Still a bit of a fucking death wish coming in this room, but saying that, I still think that I'll be hoovering up, well, finishing the painting tonight, putting the carpets down tomorrow, probably. I'll show you what I've been doing, which is quite a bit. I had to move shitloads of records, moved about 400 records. Obviously I'm doing that bit black, that's had a second bit, but yeah, that's all going to be jet black. And I've also That's what will come up like. Got to do all that. Skirting board up here, look. I've started to do. Those are records, eh? Yeah, anyway. See, once I've done this bit, painted this and painted that, I'm then gonna hoover this bit, hoover all that bit, and then paint that side. Yeah. In fact, I think Marcy and my social worker, Tom and Charlotte, probably have a heart attack. But they've offered me loads of help to do everything, and I've just turned it down. I said, look, I've got to do this house myself. I said, it's all right you saying, oh, you can bring people in and do this, that and the other. I said, but really, I need to do it myself. And Clarion don't understand that, but the social workers do. In fact, the social worker said to me the other day, I now realise, Philip, how ridiculous they are actually being towards you. But it's good now that they can't, well, they're still messing me around, but they can't really. Marcy sent me a moody email the other day, and even Tom said that was a bit moody, wasn't it? I said, she's always like that, Tom. I said, 1 minute she'd be like saying, oh, you're doing really well, Phil. And then the next email, just like going mad, being quite rude. I said to Tom, that's why I upset her in the beginning. Because I said, you shouldn't be working with people with autism and ADHD. She went right into one. But to be honest, surely I'll be the judge of that, because I've got them. And that's when I told her to fuck off. Oh, excuse me language, I told her to F off. And then she got the court thing. Which is no drama, it's not even criminal. And I told Clarion and my social worker, roll me in front of the judge and I'll gladly tell him to fuck off to his face. Do you know what I mean? I ain't got an issue with that. In fact, with my ADHD, I'll just blurt it out at him. Yeah. While I'm at it, I'll tell him he doesn't know but really he shouldn't even be a judge. And the evidence I got. Yeah, anyway, it's all good. Yeah, they told me to stop swearing lots of times, Clarion. Threatened me with court orders and all sorts. But I still tell them to fuck off. I said, I just rarely, you know what I mean? I swear now and again at Clarion. I said, how do you get on with people like with Tourette's? He must be calling you the C word every 2 seconds. It's crazy. But like Tom, my social worker said, it seems to me, Philip, that you understand autism and ADHD, so does Tom, but Clarion don't. But never mind, eh? Never mind. We'll keep going. I want to sit down and have a drink. I think all that rushing into Tunbridge Wells, and I'm putting the fucking SIM card in the memory slot, which is the same hole. I was wondering why I was just getting emergency things only. Yeah, now I've got 2 phones. I'm going to sell the other phone. The P30. And then this one's the P30 Pro. Anyway, just sit down. I've got to decide what one I'm having as a bedroom and what one I'm having as an office. I need to go and get that bag, where that was. My THC vape, man. Just pure THC. You wouldn't want to do too many blasts on there. If you didn't have ADHD or autism. There it is. I've got that quite a good deal actually, my friend. 20 quid. It's supposed to be 30s, but he said I'll do you one for 20 Phil if you want. I thought, yeah, why not? And to be honest, if you have a blast on that, you don't want to smoke or anything for hours. Alright, I've got to sit down before I fall down. I'll just show you this. In a nice box. And then you got THC. Loads of it. I'm also going to try out the government's prescription THC at some point. Yeah. What this is? Where's the wrapper? Is this? But yeah, that's just neat THC oil. I'm going to have a proper joint. Like that. Yeah, these, I might have to get some more of them. I might have to invest in some more of these. Because to be honest with you, I've been having like a blast on this every 4 hours or something. And I'm not smoking for 4 hours. Right, let's roll a spliff quickly. Boost drink. Run out of money, I think. I think I've run out of money. Keep spending. That's all good. Luckily, I can get what I want in the shop. Pay on payday. Not that I really need it. Yeah, this got a case for this one as well. This is my P30, which I bought the other day. But yeah, that's quite a nice phone. I might sell that one. 80 quid, I think. Cost me 110, but I'll sell that for 80 quid. It's Open20 network as well. And also these ones, these P30s, are the last ones to have like the Play Store in before like Huawei fell out with Apple. But yeah, you got all the things in them still. What's that for? I've got some two sorts of weed. This fruity bit. Can't believe I've got my phone back. I'll have to get a cover or something now. Otherwise I'll end up paying another £110. Yeah. What's the betting I'll break a phone within the next 2 weeks now? I'm going to get a cover next week, I think. Right, where's my tobacco then? Might have an ADHD tablet in a minute. See if that'll wake me up. All we've had in my little village here is sunshine and then heavy rain and storms. Got more storms than that coming later. Thunder, lightning. I'll also, for 80 quid, I'll throw in this cover as well, which is pretty good. And that's any network goes. Oh, any network goes in there. And it is also dual SIM. So you can have 2 SIM cards all running at the same time. Should really keep it. But what's the time then? 1:30, is that right? And I've got to sort the speakers out downstairs. It was all working sweet, and then about 1 o'clock this morning it all just went quiet. I don't know what I've done. I see that COVID's back. Not that I've ever had a jab. I've had COVID though. About a month before anybody else had it. My mate come back from Spain in the November. Give it to me, and I was I didn't know it was COVID though. I was rolling around on the floor like a baby. I'm pretty physically fit, right? I was rolling around like a fucking baby on the floor. Just proper wiped me out. I can see how that was killing people. The respiratory side of it, because I had the shits, I had the shivers, the shakes, sweating right out. And in the end, I had to get on my hands and knees and just blast air in and out my lungs. That's what kept me going. Yeah, my mate Gary came back from Spain. And do you want to know how I caught it off him? I had one of his roll-ups, and obviously he's touched everything that I've touched. What a joke that was, COVID. Fucking that wanker Boris telling us to all stay indoors and that, and they're all fucking partying and shit. This country's fucked, excuse me language. It don't matter who's in charge, whether it's Labour, Conservative, or fucking changed whoever. The Green Party, fucking Nigel Farage, they're all bullshitters, man. They're all bullshitters, whoever gets in charge. I've come, in my 53 years on this planet, I've now just come to the conclusion that they're just all bullshitters, man. really. You're better off, right, in this day and age, going over to France, laying on a beach, getting a nice little brown tan, then coming back on a dinghy, seeing what you can get. And if you end up in a hotel, you've had a result. Am I allowed to say that? Well, I just did, but no. Because they're everywhere. I see them again today, everywhere on the bus, fucking in the town. They're just, they're illegal migrants, that's what they are. They're not fleeing war, they're actually economical illegal migrants. If you want to get technical about it. Emphasis on the word illegal. Crazy. Go and watch the Auditors shows, everybody. DJ Audits, when he goes around, they go around all the hotels, and I'll tell you what, it takes a right piss. It really does. If you're British or whatever, it takes the right piss. They're getting everything. Electric bikes, fucking you name it, they're getting it. Where's my electric bike, man? Crazy. It's going to cripple this country for years and years. The kids being born today, man, they'll be paying for all this. But what they do, you see, the government just blame all the British people, and we'll go, right, we'll take some money off the fucking disabled, we'll raise everybody's pensions so everybody's got to work another 10 years. You know what I mean? You'll be dead, man. They don't want you getting your pension. They want you dead. In the box, man. That's what they want. Crazy. Especially the women's pension. They've just altered that and they're back again. It's like the TV licence. My dad used to say, yeah, when you're 75 and blind, it's free. Do you know what I mean? It's right, load of bollocks. You can tell a lot by a nation on how it treats its children and older people. And I've got to say, this country is fucking shameful. Crazy. Luckily, I'm loud enough to tell them. But then again, like I said the same when I was a carer. I speak up for the carers that maybe couldn't speak up, and I speak up for the people with autism and ADHD that maybe can't string sentences together like I can. So I feel it's my duty to put it right on them, and yeah. And to be honest, it's getting I'm quite impressed actually with the sort of pace that the ADHD has got now. It was all on the news and all sorts. And I'll tell you what it is. It's not loads of new people getting ADHD. It's loads of people that didn't know they had it getting diagnosed knowing they got it. It's just like the unknowns out there. Because I was you know what I mean, for 50 years, I didn't know. Well, I knew I was different. But obviously in my day, you couldn't even talk about being different or anything. Yeah, kids got it easy. Them kids at school today got it easy. Compared to how my generation had it. Don't matter if you was the brightest fucking bulb in the box. If you was a bit cheeky, that was it. And that's what I was. I was very I wasn't violent. I was just very cheeky. I was talking back to the I was had an answer. Yeah. Crazy, eh? ADHD. I bet. In fact, I know that I went to school with quite a few and girls that had ADHD. I knew a few lively girls at school that was a bit sort of lively. Um, but then again, we also had at school like real violent people. I don't know what their disorder was, but autism and ADHD don't make you violent. Violent. Well, undiagnosed, it can make you violent. When you get depression and that. But I would say, as soon as you get diagnosed, all stress goes, man. It's like living a new life. Um, yeah, life changing. That's what the medication and all that is, and the diagnosis. Um, and they can diagnose it now in children that are 3 years old. But then my mum always told me dad that I was different. But I suppose she had two boys and then two girls and then me. And I suppose if you've had four kids that are all normal and then one of them's hyperactive, obviously she didn't. Well, she kind of knew I was different, but she didn't obviously know it was ADHD. Um, yeah, crazy, eh? Anyway, stuff waffling about. I'll tell you what I've got to do. I've run out of data on one that's in here, but I've got data in this one, so I'm sort of sharing internet off of here. I need to swap SIMs. Just remember not to put it in the memory slot. 'Cause that weed bag up. I fancy a cup of coffee to go with my joint. Full of videos now. I'm back on here. Yeah, couldn't get into my YouTube on this one because I just didn't know the passwords. But 1341. Feel quite worn out after that early trip into Tunbridge Wells. Takes a little bit longer to get to Tunbridge Wells than it does Maidstone. Royal Tunbridge Wells. Not that there's anything royal about it. Some milk, so I've got some cream somewhere, eh? What a cream coffee. Yeah, I've got to swap SIMs, man. It saves me having. Do the hotspot on there. Gotta get some sugar later. In fact, I've got some there. Kango. Anybody for a coffee? Where's my cream? Got a little bit left, I think. Elmley. Yeah, I think I've got about £3 left. Something ridiculous. Yeah, I feel a bit not well. A bit spaced up. Might be the paint fumes getting to me. Doing quite a bit of painting. Got to sort them carpets out. Anyway, I'll be back.